In the dense forests of eastern Oregon, hidden from human eyes, lived a tribe of Bigfoots. They were the guardians of the wilderness, known only in whispers and legends. Their leader, Garrock, was wise and strong, leading his tribe with a blend of ancient wisdom and fierce protectiveness over their territory. For generations, they lived in harmony with the land and its creatures, until one night, a new threat descended from the stars. It was a clear, moonlit night when the first signs of trouble appeared. Strange lights flickered in the sky, casting eerie glows through the treetops. Garrock and his tribe watched warily from their hidden enclave, their senses heightened. The lights grew brighter, and soon a metallic, disc-shaped craft landed in a nearby clearing. The forest fell silent as the air shimmered with an otherworldly hum. Garrock motioned for silence, his keen eyes fixed on the craft. The tribe watched, tense and ready. The craft's door opened with a hiss, and out floated beings unlike anything the Bigfoots had ever seen. Gray-skinned and slender, with large, black eyes, the aliens moved with a strange, mechanical grace. They began scanning the area, their technology buzzing and beeping. As the aliens fanned out, their intentions became clear. They had their sights set on a herd of cattle grazing in a nearby meadow. Garrock knew he had to act. The forest and its creatures were under his protection, and he would not let these invaders take what did not belong to them. Garrock turned to his tribe, his voice a low growl. "We must defend our land. These creatures come to take what is ours. Prepare for battle." The Bigfoots nodded, their eyes burning with determination. They gathered their weapons, simple yet effective tools crafted from stone and wood, and prepared for the fight ahead. Garrock led them through the dense underbrush, moving silently towards the meadow where the cattle grazed. As they approached, they could see the aliens herding the cattle with beams of light, guiding them towards the waiting craft. Garrock raised his hand, signaling his tribe to spread out and encircle the invaders. With a thunderous roar, Garrock charged from the forest, his tribe following close behind. The aliens, startled by the sudden assault, turned their attention to the Bigfoots. Beams of energy shot from their devices, but the Bigfoots were fast and agile, dodging the blasts with ease. Garrock reached the first alien, swinging his massive club with all his might. The alien crumpled under the blow, its device clattering to the ground. All around him, the forest echoed with the sounds of battle as Bigfoots and aliens clashed. Despite their advanced technology, the aliens were no match for the raw strength and fury of the Bigfoots. Garrock fought with a ferocity born of love for his home, his strikes landing with bone-crushing force. Yet, the aliens were relentless, their cold, calculating minds focused solely on their mission. As the battle raged, the aliens adapted, their tactics becoming more coordinated. Garrock knew they needed an edge. He spotted the alien leader, distinguished by its elaborate attire and commanding presence. If they could take it down, the others might falter. "To me!" Garrock bellowed, rallying his tribe. "We must take out their leader." The Bigfoots surged forward, focusing their attacks on the alien leader. The alien, realizing the threat, raised a shimmering shield, deflecting their blows. But Garrock was undeterred. He swung his club with relentless force, the sheer power of his strikes causing the shield to flicker and wane. With a final, mighty blow, Garrock shattered the shield, sending the alien leader sprawling. The other aliens hesitated, their coordination faltering without their leader's guidance. Seizing the moment, the Bigfoots pressed their advantage, driving the aliens back towards their craft. The aliens, now in disarray, retreated towards their craft, desperate to escape. But Garrock and his tribe were relentless, determined to drive the invaders from their land once and for all. The clearing was a whirlwind of chaos as Bigfoots and aliens clashed in a final, desperate struggle. Garrock fought with everything he had, his club a blur of motion. All around him, his tribe battled with unwavering resolve, their roars filling the night. The alien leader, wounded but not defeated, made a final stand at the entrance to the craft. Garrock charged, his eyes locked on his target. The alien raised its weapon, but Garrock was too fast. He knocked the device from the alien's hand and delivered a crushing blow, sending the leader crashing to the ground. With their leader defeated, the remaining aliens scrambled into the craft. The door hissed shut, and the craft began to rise, its lights flickering erratically. The Bigfoots watched as the invaders fled, their victory hard-won and bittersweet. The meadow was quiet once more, the only sounds the gentle rustling of the trees and the soft lowing of the cattle. Garrock surveyed the scene, his chest heaving with exhaustion. His tribe gathered around him, their faces reflecting a mixture of relief and sorrow. They had won, but the cost had been high. Several of their own lay injured or worse, their bravery and sacrifice a testament to their unwavering dedication to their land and their way of life. Garrock knelt beside one of the fallen, a young warrior named Tharn. "You fought bravely," he murmured, his voice heavy with grief. "We will remember you." The tribe gathered their fallen and tended to their wounded, their bonds of kinship strengthened by the shared ordeal. As they worked, Garrock's mind turned to the future. The aliens had been driven away, but the threat remained. They would need to be ever vigilant, ready to defend their home against any who would seek to harm it. In the days that followed, the tribe rebuilt and healed, their spirits buoyed by their victory. The forest, too, seemed to recover, its natural balance restored. The cattle, now safe, continued to graze peacefully in the meadow. Garrock called a council, gathering the tribe to discuss their future. "We have faced a great threat," he began, his voice strong and resolute. "And we have prevailed. But we must remain vigilant. We must protect our home, our family, and all who dwell here." The tribe agreed, their resolve unwavering. They would continue to guard their territory, ready to face any challenge that came their way. And though the memory of the battle would linger, it would also serve as a reminder of their strength, their unity, and their unbreakable spirit. Years passed, and the legend of the battle between the Bigfoots and the gray aliens became part of the lore of Eastern Oregon. The tribe continued to thrive, their bond with the land and its creatures growing ever deeper. Garrock, now an elder, watched over his people with pride and wisdom. The scars of the past had healed, but the lessons learned remained. They were the guardians of the forest, the protectors of their world. And as long as they stood together, they knew they could face any threat, from this world or beyond. The forest was their home, and they would defend it, always.